freaking go. Live from Stumpy's Hatchet House in beautiful Poitras, New Orleans, baby. Sweet Sea. You still can stop by before the game. If you want somewhere to watch, we're going to watch the first half from here. Please come on by. It's going to be a great time, and I got to meet a lot of you PHL viewers, okay? What's up, Prez? How we doing, baby?
Let's go.
Good to have some PHLers here. Now, I'm looking at you. Yes, you. Right now. So it is a little weird. I do have a separate camera set up here. So if I'm looking here and I'm looking here, it's going to probably look a little bit strange. We got a lot to get to. Obviously, JAYDEN Daniels will be the starter tonight. But obviously, one of the bigger stories here is Sevyn Banks. Doesn't look like he's going to play tonight. So we have a lot to get to. Obviously, it's pregame. Once the game starts, we all focus in. And I will be chatting with our patrons in our private Discord. You can join in and chat with us, patreon.com/LSU football. Okay. There is Legacy Dom. I think you're in the Superdome right now. Good to see you. I'm looking at you, Katie Joe. There is Brian right there. Yusha, Blake, Mark, Urban Sombrero, Brian, Big Al. Good to see everybody here. Okay. So first things first, I do want to say something. Today was kind of a big day for me, right? Because you do this stuff and you don't ever actually get to meet these people that are from around the world that have all these different stories. There are these viewers, they call themselves lurkers, right, that never comment. You can ask Cliff. We had so many of those people. We had a pharmacist that lives in Denver. I had no idea, okay, that all these people watch the channel. And we were packed. That it was just absolutely crazy to have all these people. And obviously they're all at the game now. But to have this little space here, I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Yusha, for your super chat. We're going to get to as many questions as we possibly can. As Chris also reports here, it is very, very, very important to know this. Legacy, send me a photo of you with all of JAYDEN's family at the Superdome. I demand you to do it. If not, I'm blocking you. I'm very happy for JAYDEN, and I hope he gets the opportunity to go out there and dominate. We need great pass protection. We need our receivers to play like we know that they can play. And also, if you can, type Y for yes, type Inferno. Am I loud? Am I clear? Does everything sound great? As Cliff can attest, we have to bring a lot of things in here to make this look really cool. Okay, you can go to Power Hour LSU on Twitter and you can see a bunch of photos from today's event. Okay, Emil here reporting that left tackle Robert Scott Jr. may be out for this game. I think he is the young man from New Orleans, so I kind of hope he does get to play because that's a pretty big thing for him. But from an LSU perspective, obviously, if you're Ollie Gay, you feel pretty good if you're going up against a backup tackle at the very last second. So, first thing here, as far as keys to the game, you guys probably know all of them right now. It is JAYDEN Daniels versus Jordan Travis, right? That's obviously pretty big. Thank you so much, Danny. I have a fruity lime beer on me. I've actually not had a drink today, and I definitely going to need one after today. It's been an absolutely hectic day, okay? Emil says, yes, we're sounding good. Okay. So here's the first thing I will say about today's game. Breathe in, breathe out. We have no idea what we're about to witness, but it is interesting that a lot of sharps have swallowed the 3.5 points and picked LSU. A lot of people that are smarter than me have went to that side, which obviously worries me. All these full-time bettors that I listen to on national channels that have names like Pork Chop and they're anonymous and who bet full-time for a living in Vegas, a lot of them, and I mean a lot of them, have picked LSU to win this game today, right? So it is very, very, very interesting to see something like that, okay? So here's Jason. That's good. Obviously, we're going to get to as many questions as we possibly can today, all right? Check out the nice little tiger. There we go. Short draw whitetail. I love the old school PHL shirt right here. And I love seeing a little one. Congratulations to Super Dads at PHL. So a few things here. All right. First thing is LSU's defense should have a good day today, right? They have a week of film. They might not have shown everything, but you know that they're going to RPO the heck out of LSU today. And if you can stop the run with only 6 people in the box and you don't have to bring a safety in, last week Jordan Travis did a really good job pulling the RPO and throwing over the top of the defense last week. He was very precision-based. He was very good last week. I give Jordan Travis a lot of credit. He only had 4 or 5 incompletions. Yes, it was versus Duquesne, who has a bunch of former insurance salesmen at offensive line. But the simple truth is this. You should feel pretty good about the LSU defense going into this game today, because this actually will be one of the weaker offenses that LSU is going to face this year. And I do want to include this at the beginning of the live stream, okay? I want to focus mostly on LSU versus Florida State today. Obviously, there was a lot that happened in the SEC. We touched on it on last night's live stream. But, on our free Power Hour LSU podcast, I released an episode earlier this week that today, this might be LSU's worst Power 5 team on the schedule, right? Auburn's going to be decent. Texas A&M's good, right? Florida looked really good last night. No other way around it. They got a little lucky there at the end with the interception, but still, they look good. All these teams are good in the SEC. Wins are going to be tough to come by this year, right? So go into this tonight knowing that, yes, you want to start the season off right, but this could be one of the more winnable games we have here on the schedule. And I could make a strong case, and the computers actually make this case for me. You look at some of the advanced analytics from CFB Nate, who does an aggregate composite ranking of all the 6 predictive computer models out there. LSU's worst team on the Power 5 level was Florida State in his composite model. So the truth here is today could be one of the easier games on LSU's schedule, which sounds crazy because we're playing Florida State. And look, even though it was Duquesne State, Dukey's whatever, you got to be ready. This is a massive, massive game for LSU to get off on the right track, okay? Walter says he is anxious. Kenneth says he is anxious. Youngstown had a guy run for 200 yards against Duquesne. FSU had a lot of rushing yards. It doesn't mean much. Man, if I didn't know better, you'd think it was a game day or something. What's up, William? Good to see you. Chuck, good to see you. Jordan, I wish all of you were here. A lot of our loyal PHLers. This was just crazy. I'm not going to lie. I'm still kind of in shock. I've been talking to people for hours, right? Once 3 p.m. hit, we were just flooded with people. And, one of our viewers, his name's Cole Gilcrease. I want to shout him out. He's in the stadium right now. He called me a legend today. Don't ever do that again. There was one legend in LSU football, and he's in Ohio right now. What's up, Jay? Good to see you. I wish all of you were here. So a few other things going into this game today. I do feel pretty good about LSU's defense going into this week. All right. Could there be some times though where they're running the football really fast right up the middle? Yeah, we're going to have some series where they're running on us. We got to limit that, right? William, thank you for your super chat. You get to pick the next topic. Skipper says his blood pressure is good for right now. You play Southern U, New Mexico, UAB, and FSU is one of the easiest games. That makes no sense to go Noles. I think you know what the word Power 5 means, Jackson. If you don't, I feel bad. It explains you being a Florida State fan. Harold Perkins has changed his number to 40. He was number 10 for the while. 2 interesting things about him changing his jersey number to 40, right? So, Chris, you brought this up. His jersey number initially was 40. Something else about Harold Perkins changes his jersey number to 40, though, is Jare Jenkins' jersey number is also number 10, okay? And if Harold Perkins were to play offense tonight, he couldn't wear number 10 because Jare is probably going to be on the field a lot tonight as well. So, something to keep in mind. Harold Perkins, once again, just reporting this now, he is going to play tonight. He is wearing number 40, okay? A few things about that. That is Devin White's jersey number. That is also Duke Riley's jersey number. So it could be just one of those things. It's a big thing at LSU, obviously, the jersey numbers. That guy right there, the number 7. But if you look at some of the other jersey numbers outside of 7 and 18, LSU does a good job of making sure the good players wear the jersey numbers the other good players wore. right? So Miles Frazier wears number 70. That's Lyle Collins and Ed Ingram wore. Okay. Number 40 was Duke Riley. Then obviously the GOAT, Devin White, and then now Harold Perkins. So it could just be one of those things where they wanted to give the number 40 uniform to Harold Perkins, right? Because of that. But it could also be that at some point they want him to play offense. His uncle did tweet out, though, that be careful, there might be some jersey number changing happening. So I feel bad for those of you that actually bought the Harold Perkins number 10 uniform, but he will wear number 40 tonight. Okay. That is true. Devin White. Say hi to Victoria, one of our many patrons. Stacy, what's good? I love seeing the kiddo. Remember this, I'll stop a live stream anytime I see the kiddo. Super Dads of PHL, stand up. I need you big time. That's the most important job you'll ever have. Super Dads and Super Moms of PHL. Okay? Seven Banks is not playing tonight. That doesn't really shock me up to this point. He didn't scrimmage enough for me to think that they were actually going to run him out there today, and they're also thinking long-term. So guess what that means? Jarek Bernard Converse and Mekhi Gardner are probably going to be your starters, and Kobe Richardson. Okay, McNeese transfer, FCS transfer. A lot of you have Darren Evans flashbacks right now. Just how it is. Okay, let's go to Ethan Super Chat. I think offense and defense will dominate. No idea how special teams will be like, but I'm hoping special teams also dominate. So nervous right now. Let's go to Grand Super Chat. Let's go. So once again, no Quincy Wiggins tonight. Not really too much of a shocker that Quincy isn't playing. Well, actually, it is shocking that he isn't playing. There wasn't a whole lot of steam that Quincy Williams wasn't going to play. But he wasn't going to play a lot tonight anyway because he's just not ready to play at the Division I level. Physically, he's ready. All the other stuff needs to come along as well, right? He's going to be very special, though, at LSU once he puts it all together, okay? Richardson and Converse are listed as the starters. Expect, and I'm just going to be honest with you, expect a lot of Gardner tonight as well. I still think Gardner's going to be the best corner on this team. Brian Thomas Jr. listed as a wide receiver 2 on the depth chart. You know what's really interesting about that, Emil, is he's probably a better pure outside receiver than everybody else on the team not named Kayshawn, right? In terms of just being an outside receiver, he's not really a slot guy, but we shall see what happens, okay? Now, while I upload some of these beautiful photos right here, I want to bring in Cliff. What's going on, man? How you feeling, buddy?
Hey, happy to be here, man. Happy that we can actually get this together. Happy that Stumpy was able to provide a good venue for us, and looking forward to the game, man. Really looking forward to the defense. Like I told you before on the ride down here, I really anticipate that the defense will hold Florida State. I'm also anticipating, or should I say, looking forward to see what Denver Brock's offense will do. So let's go. Let's have a good game, and let's just go and get this W so we can go on to the SEC schedule.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Type Y for yes, type N for no. What's up? A few of our patrons right here. Thank you so much. Tony and Rick, thank you so much. Yeah, I know. It's pretty cool, right? You don't get these opportunities, right? I wish, Jared just went to the Dome. It obviously stinks. You guys know Jared. He's one of our top PHLers. We had a great turnout, Walter. I was honestly a little concerned at first because, it was kind of raining a little bit. But it was great. And we'll probably do another PHL get-together in New Orleans from here. It was great. Now, the only thing is, because I was so busy, I hadn't been able to throw an axe yet. I kind of want to go throw an axe. Devin says, let's get some Kyron Lacey chatter going in here. How about it? Yeah, I wish you could be here too, Skip. Lots of great people in here tonight. Let's see. I want to show a few photos from earlier. Type Y for yes, type N for no. We will see Garrett Nussmeier tonight. Type Y for yes, type N for no. We will see Garrett Nussmeier tonight. Let me know what you think. You guys know. Where did those photos go? I don't know why this isn't cooperating. No, would you? Ah, okay. Don't sleep on Jack Bash. Depends. Bayal says no. Jarqui says no. Kenneth says yes. Jeremy says yes. Generic says, I hope to only see him in a blowout. I agree with you on that. I'm hoping for a blowout as well. I really am. Let's see here. Depends on the game. If JD can't move the offense or this is a blowout, we'll see Nuss. Emory is not playing the first 2 games. He is out. I do not see them going back and forth with the QBs this evening. It'll ruin the pace of the offense. All right, so this is my thought on this, right? It is so important just to go out there and win a game. And there is a way you can win a game with clunky quarterback play, but that guy still be in the rhythm of the game, if that makes sense, right? You can win games ugly with mobile quarterbacks a lot easier than you can with pocket quarterbacks, if that makes sense, right? Because the mobile quarterback's just going to give you more when it comes to a broken play. Also, I'm going to share with you a few statistics last year. In terms of quarterback rushing yards per game, last year, Florida State gave up, on average, 46-plus rushing yards to quarterbacks in games, okay? That doesn't sound like a high number, but it is. That was good for, I believe, 115th in all of college football. Also, something else to keep in mind, last year, Florida State was the worst team in college football, especially on the Power 5 level, when it comes to guarding tight ends and running backs out of the backfield. What has been something LSU has struggled with these last couple of years? Throwing to the running backs out of the backfield. I think one thing you're going to see Mike Denbrock do, and you just haven't seen it, it's not really a big part of his offense, but I think he might do it for this game, is a lot of screens, right? You don't see a lot of that in the Denbrock offense, like your typical running back screen, let the pass rush come and you just dink it over to the running back and you let him, eat with some blockers out in front of him. I think you might see some of that, and I think you might see some of that on the first drive. If I'm a play caller starting – Cam Wire at one tackle and a true freshman Will Campbell at the other, I'm running screens, I'm running draws, I'm running a lot of different things to keep this defensive line for Florida State at bay. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll hook you up, man. We had a few people buy shirts today. We had a bunch of them here. I was trying to sell out of them, but we sold a few. It was pretty cool. Timothy, good to see you again. Look, we're at 200. There you go. Please hit the like button. LSU 17-12. Daniels over the total. Jerry Berry says 34-21. That could be the case, Pegasus. You hope it's Noah Cain, though, because if it's Noah Cain, that means you've established a running game. Here's something that concerns me, though. I think LSU's running back room, especially compared to Florida State's running back room, you can win with ordinary running back play. LSU's had a lot of ordinary running backs. They've had more spectacular ones than ordinary ones over the past decade and a half, but you can win with ordinary running backs. Our running back room is ordinary right now, right? Like Noah Cain's going to get you the yards that you need to get, but it's tough to see him, breaking off long runs in this game. That's never really been his MO previously. But if he comes out here and shocks us all, that would be the biggest bonus because we don't know fully what's going to happen with this John Emery situation. You guys know I like Josh Williams a lot. I love the story. And Armani Goodwin, I still think it's a year away from truly being a special SEC running back. So tonight, I think it's going to be the Noah Cain show. I think so. Tommy, I wish you were here. Obviously, some things came up. You're my guy. 33-17, 35-20. Good to see you, B. I think Nuss and Jane will be on the field at the same time. Interesting. Bradford's out. So I know a lot of LSU fans are helicoptering kind of back in. But even if you follow LSU football every day, there wasn't really a whole lot of noise about the Trey Bradford thing, but he is out. He's gone, and he won't be back. I think he's gone for good, unfortunately. So, I won't get into what actually happened there, though, because that's just not what I'm going to do. Abshire, yeah, I can hook you up with one. All you got to do, Venmo, Cash App, $40 to @Carter the Power. And we link up on social media @PowerHourLSU. If you want to get with me, powerhourlsu@gmail.com. Okay. I'm not going to talk about the Will Campbell scooter rumor. He's playing. He'll be fine. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I do want to do this. For some reason, my photos don't want to load, but you guys know I try to be as personal as I possibly can. I did get to meet this beautiful couple today, Kristen and Adam, and they did pop the question. Big shout out to them. I have a photo with them. It's not uploading for whatever reason, but shout out to 2 of our PHL Nation members getting it done. Gotta love that. And that makes me very, very, very happy. Shout out to that. There you go. So here's Doug. Doug is in the dome watching right now. I freaking love it. Y'all show some love for Doug. Let me see if I can get Doug's up here. I'm gonna some things. There we go. There's one right there. I did not know Doug like this. This is funny. Yeah, but he's fine. Like I wasn't calling you out, Branson. He's fine. I've had so many people message me about this. He's going to be okay. Okay. Will Campbell is playing and he is fully healthy right here. Okay. Doug, we turned up in here a little bit earlier. Yeah, Sherry, I know those are 2 of your good buddies. That's part of the reason why I did it. And I got to meet them earlier today, Sherry. I know you're really jealous. We hung out. Yeah, I got to hang out with the engaged couple today. That's great. It's absolutely phenomenal. Now, really quickly, I want to go back to this moment right here. This is your QB1. Whether you like it or not, whether you think Nuss should be the guy, whether you think we should just say, F it, let's start the Walker Howard era now. Let's hear from QB1.
My decision in the transfer portal, it was probably the best move for me and my future career. Or the goals I want to accomplish. So, those conversations with Coach Kelly and them, I showed interest in them, they showed interest back, talked on the phone, just had the opportunity to come play at the highest level, help a powerhouse win another national championship so I could showcase my skills. That's probably the most intriguing thing for me. Coach Kelly is the winningest coach in Notre Dame history, so, he knows how to win. He knows how to get his team where he needs it to be, so I wanted to be a part of it.
So here's Doug Nose right here. Good to meet you today, buddy. Look at that. That's gonna be me and Rick here in a few months. It started the party at 6:45 in the morning. God dog. Now that's impressive. That is very, very, very impressive. Okay. No need to be nervous. Here's one thing I'll say to LSU fans right now. Okay. We're 15 minutes towards game time. Here's what I'll say. Okay. Breathe in, breathe out. You have no idea what you're about to see. You don't. You don't. Our offense is going to be misdirection, RPO, try and get to the edges, obviously, with JAYDEN. But here's the truth, okay? You don't know what this defense is going to look like. And you want to know what's even better news? I'm being honest. You want to know what's even better news? I'm looking at the camera now. Okay? What's even better news is while you know nothing about our LSU defense and how we're actually going to roll our coverages and all that stuff, Florida State doesn't know either, right? So this is my major takeaway from Florida State's camp this past week. There was a 247 Florida State reporter who said Florida State was trying to find anything that they possibly could on Matt House. And obviously the only thing you can look at is when he called defenses at Kentucky and just some Kansas City Chiefs stuff. right? So you don't know. Like, I'm guessing he's going to run more what he did at Kansas City just because of our personnel and how we've actually been lining up in practices. But you have no idea if he's going to go tight. You have no idea if he is going to, Cliff and I were talking about that vintage Mustang package, baby. You remember that Mustang package? Ain't that right, Cliff?
Yeah, we were actually speaking, and I actually brought it up to you. In the event that we can get to third and longs more than a couple of times a game, maybe we do put Harold Perkins in that other end spot opposite BJ Ojulari and, give him a different look. So, like you said, man, they have no idea what he's going to do. I think that gives LSU a distinct advantage over the fact that Florida State did have that week 0 game. So, nothing to be nervous about. Breathe in, breathe out. I really do not see the Florida State offense scoring any more than 17, possibly 21 points on this defense. I think that we're more athletic than them. And the other point that I brought up to you also was that I'm not quite sure that the smaller Florida State backs will be able to run in between the tackles. They're going to have to attack the edges. And my only concern there is has Ali Gay have better containment than he did previously.
Right.
If he can contain the edge, I think that this is going to be a hard time for Florida State to score on us.
Kev, it has been a lot of fun to have some Florida State fans here on the channel this week. I really appreciate you, Kev, all week. I know after this week, kind of like the UCLA thing, y'all are going to be gone forever, which is fine. I will say last year, some of my top super chatters were UCLA fans, and they actually did stay around. And they were very, very generous. Now, they did beat us. That was part of the reason why they were generous. But, yeah, I like the idea of a transfer. And this is one of our many patrons, Victoria. I like the idea of having a transfer QB because I feel like there's more urgency there, the grit in their play. And having a dual-threat quarterback with our young line is going to be useful. I am okay with JD. I totally agree with the first part of this. And Victoria's got really good perspective, on a macro level here. There is something about transferring that is unlike anything else we can talk about in the world of sports, right? Especially at the quarterback position, because it's the first time in your life you're told you're not good enough, right? And something about a quarterback transferring, especially someone like JAYDEN, was a stranger transfer because he was the guy for 3 consecutive years, right? And he would have been the guy if he would have elected to stay at Arizona State. So there is actually more urgency with Jayden Daniels because NFL scouts, they're going to look at him and say, well, look, if you really think you're good enough to play in the SEC, prove it, because you left a situation where you were the guy. So for me, I actually really do agree with the first part of this, right? And I'm not just saying that because LSU has been mostly transfer quarterbacks. There is something about the urgency at that position. So a good old Aaron Rodgers ism right here. Relax. There she is. What's up, Paris? Good to see you. Skipper's been at every live stream during the off season. Got to show some love to that. Chris, make sure you drop in the patron chat your Mike Jones Jr. Photo. The only issue, it actually is kind of funny. Chris, obviously one of my best friends in the PHL Nation. I feel a little naked right now. I feel like I am nude right now. I know that sounds very weird. Look at Cliff's face. I feel like I am naked right now because, as you guys know, for every live stream, I have Chris is the one that made it for me. My PHL drink that always has that good old fashioned fruity drinks in there. I don't have it with me because I don't want to lose it. That thing really does mean a lot to me. So yeah. We will now have a split in the Tigers fan base because of the quarterback decision. That was going to happen. There's a lot of different factors into this quarterback race that I find to be very interesting. And there's going to be a split, especially if Jayden doesn't play well today, which I don't think is going to happen. I think Jayden's actually going to play well. There's a lot of things that he does well versus this Florida State defense. I also think this is very key for Jayden Daniels, though. What Adam Fuller did versus Cincinnati in 2019. Okay, we talk about 2019 all the time on this channel, but in a different context. But the other big winner of 2019 outside of LSU was Memphis, right? They had their best season. They won Conference USA, and yeah, they got their butts kicked by Penn State in the Cotton Bowl, but it was a big moment for Memphis football that they got to play in that game, right? And what happened in that game was, and we talked about this week on Film Studies, Cincinnati had to play Memphis in back-to-back weeks, and they did so with a Garrett Nussmeier type of quarterback, Ben Bryant, who was a quarterback for Cincinnati yesterday, and the other quarterback was Desmond Ridder as a sophomore, who is very much like Jayden Daniels. The truth is Mike Denbrock moved the football with both of them, even though it was in a losing effort. The issue, though, and the reason why Memphis won that game versus Cincinnati was Cincinnati had some bad drops on deep passes that were on the money, and Desmond Ridder could not complete these passes, these intermediate 7 and 8 yard routes that were wide open, right? Because Ridder wasn't a good thrower as a sophomore. He was a decent thrower. The key tonight, they are not going to let Jayden throw over the top. They are just not going to do so. You're going to see a lot of cover 3 and a lot of cover 4, which, as Brian Kelly mentioned, who knows way more about film than I do. If you listen closely to his press conferences, he gives you some good film nuggets. Florida State plays a lot of cover 4, match man, right? So if we run something vertical, their corners are going to run with this, right? So they are not going to let us get over the top. It's just how it is. And they're going to do what Jayden struggled to do at Arizona State, which is throw the intermediate stuff. That is going to be the difference tonight. If Jayden can hit these 6 and 7 yard outs, they're going to give it to us all night. And honestly, if they don't give it to us, we want that. We want their corners to get up in our grills and say, F you, Kayshawn, you can't burn us. That's what we want. We want them to get up in our grills, right? Because if we do, we are going to freaking eat. I mean, eat. Like, what 50 Cent said, like a fat kid loves cake. That's me. I hope they get in our face tonight. Charlie from the Philippines, big Nuss believer. Garrett will get his time. Absolutely. BK is a hard-nosed coach. He'll coach his QBs very hard. There you go, Fitzpatrick. I wonder if there's a very special person close to you watching this game tonight. Please tell him I said hello, and I can't wait to see him get out there. Good to see you. We got a T-shirt club member. Jeremy, congratulations. You joined the PHL T-shirt club, and you dropped your address on here as well. Thank you so much. I will send it out when I get back. And there you go. Congratulations, Jeremy. Congratulations. You're part of the PHL T-shirt club nation. Let's go. Let's go. Cliff, just give him that. Look at that. Look at that. Tell him, tell who I said hello. And I still would love to have him on now that the dust is settled. Let's go. Danny Girl just sent me a selfie. Thank you so much. You're my homie, Danny Girl. Carter, I love that first name. Let's go, Carter. Let's go. The best name on the planet. Let's go to Ethan. I know this isn't a probably good time, hello, but tomorrow's game versus Clemson versus Georgia Tech. Okay. You did super chat, so I will answer. I'm a closet Clemson fan because of my fiance. It's Clemson. They're by far the best team in the ACC. Georgia Tech's not good. They lose Jahmyr Gibbs in the transfer portal. Will Shipley is a low-key good Heisman bet if you really want to bet it. Cade Klubnik will take over that quarterback job. The only quarterback I had rated higher than Walker Howard was Cade Klubnik, and he actually ended up moving up the boards to the number 1 rated spot because 247. They have a link to my brain. That's the key. And then all you're going to ask me, well, why does 247 always drop our recruits when they commit to LSU? Don't ask me that, but the truth is some of our guys do rise. Deshaun Womack has risen really high. Now, I'm not going to talk about a 2024 corner that committed to LSU today. I didn't know that was coming. Chris could probably tell you a little bit more about it. I've been kind of busy here, but that's obviously really freaking good. Jason says first play counter run to the left side. There we go. I am going Clemson. I don't have the point spread in front of me. So there you go. Makai and Colby running with the ones. Okay, let's do it. Let's go. Family. I think Gardner's going to be the best corner on the team. Okay, I think he is. I think he got the highest upside on this team. Stop, Mark. Mark, I'm about to throw you into an erupting volcano. I don't know how I'm going to do it. If you say that again, I'm going to throw you into an erupting volcano. And whatever happens, happens. Huh? I'm kidding. No, I love Cumbie. I'm feeling great, Caleb. Let me know. Okay, so we are 5 minutes to game time. We got it up on the TV up here. I'm going to answer as many as I possibly can. Obviously, super chat to get it in. There's 256 people. I'm missing a lot of your questions because you guys know game live streams can get really wild. Yeah, this shouldn't really be a surprise. What I heard is LSU was just hoping for the best. He never really scrimmaged, though. Like, you would see him in practice. I don't think that they want to put someone out there who's not really played just yet, especially with a hip like this. Something else about this, Rick, that I find to be very interesting is that we do have a short layover for the Southern game on Saturday. So, maybe you want 7 to play versus Southern, which is, going to be a little bit more of a favorable matchup so he can get his legs underneath him. So, yeah, maybe it's a blessing in disguise, but I do think Seven Banks is going to be a big part of what we are doing this year. What's up, Scooby? Good to see you. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Offensive schemes. Yeah, let's do it. Boom. No clue, Will. Good to see you back, Will. Ultra, good to have you back as well. Our receivers are more powerful than our D-line. Not even close, honestly. I think our receivers are way better than our defensive line just because they're deeper, right? Our first defensive line is fine. It's just, after that, I think I'm high on Guillory. I think he's fine. It's just Mason and Jaquelin are just on a completely different stratosphere as a defensive tackle than Guillory, just because those guys would be selected in the NFL draft now. So yeah, I mean, there's drop off, right? It's not a knock on Jacobian at all. Obviously, his dad's a big fan of what we do here. But Jacobian's going to play a lot. We're going to need him big, right? And they have issues at center, and Jacobian is really good at folding centers, right? He can get in there and make some plays. So we'll see. You should always defer, but I wouldn't be surprised if we take some offers. Let's see here. It's Harold. You honestly, the one who knocks. And welcome to the channel, the one who knocks. You honestly want it to be Will Campbell, though, because he's actually playing every snap tonight if things go according to plan. You want it to be Will Campbell. You don't want it to be Harold Perkins, right? Preferably you want it to be both of them. I also think this is true. This is just a guess, okay? So flame me all you want. I think one true freshman who's not Mason Taylor, who's not Harold Perkins, who's not Will Campbell, who can play a lot more this year. Some of this is my personal eval. Some of this is just what I've heard. Sometimes there's these true freshmen that are just very quiet. You don't hear anything about them. But the Jalen Thompson Robinson kid, I know I'm butchering his name. Really fast true freshman corner. Where's number 29? Sub 11 100 meter. That means physically he's ready to play right now at corner. He won't get just burned. If bodies fly, he's going to play. I'm really high on him. I know the staff is really high on him as well. I've gotten that pretty locked in tack. He was a very late commitment in this last cycle. He's a little bit of a sleeper for me, right? He's a little bit of a sleeper. He's a 3-star out of Texas, so it's a little bit different. 11-1 ain't super fast in high school. I thought he was sub 11. Feeling great. Danny, I'll take a look at it here in just a second. We're about to look at that. Shout out to you. This is Prez right here. I love that the people down there are just going nuts. I kind of want to throw an axe to get some of this this tension out of my body. Leon, once again, I know you're big in LSU. You've been rocking with us for a while now, Leon. Gary, we love you too, man. Good to see you. You want to know what's funny? There were far more people here today that don't comment than do, right? And what that tells me is there are more people, just based on simple math, that don't comment at all. And they introduce themselves and they're like, "Hey, I don't comment," and I'm like, "That's fine." We have a lot of people that don't comment. That was the craziest part about tonight, because people that do comment will introduce themselves and be like, "No, we don't really talk." Kickoff has been pushed back at 6:45, so let's hang out. Let's go. Or was it at 6:45 the entire time?
Wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was 6:32, but you never know. It could be a 6:30 broadcast time. We'll go all the way up until kickoff. I love it. I'd much rather 6:45. I don't mind. Good to see that.
just watching the TV, they didn't have any pregame on, so it looks like 6:30 right now. The broadcast is coming on, which would probably push the actual kickoff until 6:45. So that kind of makes sense.
Let me show you guys this right here. 7:37 for you. That's great. At least we know there will be football tonight. Look at this. May we remember this photo right here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 6:37, 6:45. I didn't put any of my blockers on tonight, so I apologize if we get some porn bots in here. So, Don, good to see you. Yes, Chuck, we will do a post game. It won't be from here though. So yeah, and more than likely we will be able to do a halftime show as well. So we will see.
Hey, Carter, ask everybody how many of people are trying to watch the LSU football game while also doing their fantasy football draft.
I know it's you. I know a lot of people are doing that. Simply because, we're a few days away. By the way, you can go to Underdog Fantasy, underdogfantasy.com if you want to do a best ball draft. Don't forget, promo code Carter, you get a deposit match on there. Once again, promo code Carter on Underdog Fantasy, okay? Best ball fantasy. King Ulysses actually met some PHL fans that flew in from Denver on God. Okay? One was a pharmacist. Which was very, very interesting. Music says, "Is that your dad?"
Come on now.
God bless Cliff. Look at this photo. That's cool. Ross Dellinger from the Dome right there. 40 minutes to launch. President Tate. There he is. This was a photo I wanted to find. Icon right there, boy. Look at that, just an iconic fit. Look at that. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. I mean, this is a vibe. That is a vibe right there. That's cool. Let's go, Kayshawn. We need you tonight, baby. Come on, Kayshawn. Give me a 2-tutty night. There's Jeray, one of your captains tonight. Look at a one-handed snag, Jeray. And I don't know about y'all. I guess it's just because I have like these fat elf ears. I can't wear like thick headphones when I run, but of course, athletes they can because it works for them. Here go Mike Jones.
Mike who?
Mike Jones.
Mike who?
281-330. Heck at this. Look at Malik's vibe. This is fun. Rick says he's ready to suit up. Oh, God. Oh, man. I love it. Chris actually has a Mike Jones jersey, so he is the president, the official president of the Mike Jones fan club. Okay, let's squeeze him in. Score predictions. Let's go. I know some of you have already shared yours. Let me know if you're in the dome right now watching. Fly him in. I'm sure Jameis is there. I think he spoke to the team prior. We had our guest, James Coleman, on earlier this week, and he told me that Jameis was there. Get your score predictions in there. Let's go. If you got a question, you got to super chat it now. I'm not going to be able to get to it. Let's see, 42-17, 35-17. Defense wins the poll. Who will have the more dominant game? 34-21. 100-0 LSU. I'm sure Miami fans would love that. Cajun Marine 27-24, 35-21, 35-20, 42-14, 24-17, 34-20. Jacob says 42-21. Pegasus stole my prediction. Just like Real Madrid fan would do. 38-7. I love it, BD. Let's go. 45-17, 42-14. Moon 3Y. It's good to have you back. I think I remember that username. Don, I'm very happy to have you back. It's been a while, Don. I was worried about you. You're my guy, man. Oh, man. You know, it's game time. They just played Bad Blood by Taylor Swift. That's my jam. You know you got bad blood. Hey! I like that. Hey! Now we got problems. 31-20. No, Max! You can't do a 9-6. What in the name of 2011 is this? Let's go, J.A. It's maybe the most anticipated week 1 game ever broadcast started. You got real. Let's go, Tigers. Yeah, you know, I was thinking about some other season openers. I think the Mississippi State one on a Thursday was kind of strange, right? Because there were so much national championship aspirations, and we just balled out on them. That was such a fun game. Also, another big one for me was what was it? Obviously, the Arizona State game was just crazy. That was just nuts. But really, it was a Tennessee game. But still, there's been so many other like season opening games. So I don't know. I guess this is the most anticipated one. I think it's. What do you say? What would you say, Cliff?
Well, I think it's the most anticipated one just because of that the switch from Edo to Brian Kelly, right?
Right.
I think that has a lot to do with it. But I think there's been a lot of high hopes in the past from Saban and Miles. We had a bunch of great anticipated games, but I think just for the fact that we came from the Edo era with the national championship with Joe Burrow to the letdown. Now the coaching search, which was we didn't know what to expect. We got Brian Kelly, blindsided everybody, right? So I would give it the top 3, definitely a top 3 most anticipated. And like we said before, let's see what this offense does. And I think my comment earlier, when everybody was watching Willie Napier offense last night, imagining that offense with LSU talent, I want to see Dan Brock do something tonight. I really want to do something that would alleviate any apprehension I had of the decision to go to Coach Brian Kelly.
Yeah, I would agree with Rick here to Jeremy's super chat. I was in Dallas. That was such a big game because it was like Oregon was top 5, LSU was top 5. I remember. I mean, there were so many people at that game. and ran out of liquor at bars in Dallas, at a lot of bars in Dallas, and they ran out of liquor, I think, at the stadium or something like that. So yeah, the good news is because it's a Sunday game, there have not been any LSU fans drinking. It's really shocking. Like, now I've not seen a single one drink an alcoholic beverage because it's the holy day.
Here you go, the Tigers. They're waiting to come out. They're getting hyped up.
Let's go.
Here they come.
Yeah, there's been plenty of drinking going on. You can always tell how much drinking there is going on is when you walk into the men's bathroom. If the men's bathroom floor is soaking wet, that means there's a lot of drinking. Now, I don't know why there's so much perspiration on the floor then, but still. So we will probably do a halftime show. I don't know if it's going to be here. I don't know where it's going to be, but we will do a halftime show. So we will see you then. Okay, let's go Tigers. I'm about to chat in the Patreon Discord. We'll see you in just a second. It is. Now go ahead.
One more thing, man. I want to say thank you for letting me jump on with you tonight. Yeah. Thank you to Stumpy's for having us. And let's go Tigers, man.
Check it out. Stumpy's 1200 Poydras Street, Suite C. We'll be hanging out here just for a little bit longer. And we'll see you. We're back in the dome, baby. Last time we were here, it was kind of fun. Let's do it again. Let's go. It's weird. Like, the dome is like a 3-minute walk from where we're sitting right now. It's kind of strange not actually being in there, but I'd rather be out here with all of you. It is Power Hour LSU Bunk. Let's go, BK. Let's go. And tonight, actually, I am starving, so I'm about to take care of this good Stumpy's food. So I don't know what I'm getting yet. Are we getting nachos? Getting pizza?
Nachos, pizza, whatever they got.
Let's go.